Fractal Design Define Mini. This is the revision 2. The dimensions of the case, in millimeters of course, 210 by 405 by 484, and it weighs 9 kilograms. This is the front. Two 5 1/4 bays right here on top. You can mount anything that will fit in there, inside there. Beneath that, we have a front vent with the Fractal logo. If you depress it on either side, it'll come loose. And then when we take that out, we see that we have some foam in here, help a little bit with the sound, and it'll also help with the dust. And behind that, we have spots for two 120 millimeter fans. Right on the top here, reset button. It's kind of hard to press, so you'll need like a pen or something, or just the side of your fingernail might work. Microphone and headphone. And then we have our power button. LEDs are in there too. USB 3, and this is for your fan controller. It just changes the amount of voltage going to the fans, makes them spin at 3 different speeds. You're facing the front. The left side panel features a nice large acrylic window, at least this version does. Let's look at the inside. Now, first thing you're going to notice is it's inside of a case. And after you've noticed that, you'll probably notice all these different hard drive area bay things. We have 2 separate bays, and just above that we have 2 5 1/4 inch drive bays. You can mount whatever the hell you want in there. Some extra cords here if you want to hook up the fan controller in the front, and also the front panel connectors and all that. Everything's just everything's laying around in here. All right, let's go ahead and take out one of these bays and show you how this works. This comes right out just like so. There we go. Everything's metal and nice rolled steel, good construction. These come out. Let's take out one of these. We have 6 of these in here, and they will support a 3.5 or 2.5 inch drive. We have some rubber things here. Yeah, that's a technical scientific term. But that's when you screw in your 3.5 inch drive, those things usually have vibration. And this will help cut that down just a little bit. And we have holes for your SSDs or your 2.5 inch drives, if you have a mechanical 2.5 inch drive. This one will come out too, but you need to unscrew it from the bottom. In the front you can mount a 240 millimeter radiator, but you can also remove the optical disk drive cage area. You can just take it right out. And then you have up to 272 millimeters of space to play with. As far as the graphics cards go, you can fit a 260 millimeter long graphics card if you have the top bay installed. If you take out the top bay, you can fit a 400 millimeter card in there. We also have some rubber standoffs here for your power supply, and your power supply is going to sit right here. You have a fan installed just behind that. You can fit a 170 millimeter power supply in there. If it's in its normal spot, everything's the way it normally is. You can fit a 220 millimeter power supply down there. Beneath this, a dust filter. I'll pull it out so you guys can see the dust filter, if I can get my damn hands on it. There, I got it. And the dust filter covers both of these honeycomb vented holes, areas, things. There we go. 112 centimeter fan right there. That's a silent series fan from Fractal. And then there's one 12 centimeter fan right here in the back. Another one right there. Only 2 it comes with, except for this one up top. But that is a 140 millimeter fan right in the top there. All right, we have a cutoff here for your motherboard. And of course this will support micro ATX, and it'll also support ITX, and that's pretty much it. Don't want to put any massive motherboards in here, they won't work. And we have some grommeted areas here where we can run our cables. And we have 2 holes here, rubber grommets. Hey there, y'all, I'm a rubber grommet. And these are actually easily removable, so if you wanted to take them off and run something else through there, you can. But this is good for water cooling or whatever else you may want to run through here. And they go back in easily. Holy crap, I can't believe I did that so easily. All right, there's that fan again, I/O panel area. And we have 4 expansion slots here. And we have an additional slot over here that you could use for, I don't know, whatever the hell you want to use it for. Sometimes you get like a daughter card or something like that that'll plug up to your motherboard, and that'll go there. Or you can just run some cables through there. There's our USB 3 just kind of hanging out in there. And our front panel connectors, USB and stuff. All right, this is the top. It comes off just like that. Hey, and there is foam on the inside of there. That'll help a little bit with sound and a little bit with dust. On the top now, you can fit a 240 millimeter radiator, or you can fit a 360 millimeter radiator if you remove the front optical disk drive cage. Let's take off the back, just make this thing naked. Side panel, it's just tough, that's all. Just tough black side panel, nothing fancy here. The first thing that I really like about the back is that we have 2 dedicated spots for SSDs. Right here one, here's another one. This is freaking awesome. On my old Fractal case, I've got a Define R4, and I just got mine mounted right here on the back, but this has 2 dedicated spots for it. We also have plenty of room back here for routing cables. I mean, 1 finger worth of room. Do you see this? That is 1 6'3" male finger worth of room. They measured it to well, even more than that, with wiggle room. Just under 1 inch of space.
I think 3/4 of an inch.
20 millimeters, that's the actual technical space that you have for cable routing behind the motherboard plate. All right, there's also lots of spots where we can, do some tie downs here and here. Just near every grommet we have some spots where we can latch some tie downs. These cables are already routed nicely, but you can, reroute the cables. There's not any room up and under here. Like some people think, hey, you can shove some stuff under here. This space is occupied, man. All right, let's see what comes in the box. We've got all the screws that you're gonna need. Plenty of screws in there. We got some tie downs, all of our motherboard standoffs, hard drive screws. Also in the box, we have our user's manual for the Arc Mini R2. This thing.
Everyone reads.
Yeah, stuff that nobody reads, but it's like your warranty information, and if the product is faulty or if it comes built upside down or something, which is probably not gonna happen. And this side is just a blank red paper. I mean, you can use this for warnings, or you can use it when you're playing soccer with your friends. If you have any questions, just go ahead and click on the link that's right in the top of the description. That'll take you to the forum where you can ask away. And if you're doing a build with this, let us know what you're building, and we'll give you some ideas of what to do with it. Why not? In there. No, get in there. You bastard. There we go. Yeah. If we start it right at about 4 3/4, it gets to 5, and you got to divide that. There's a formula to figure this out.
You mean football?
Football? What? The British used to call it soccer before we did, and then they're yelling at us for calling it soccer when they decided it was called football. So up yours, guys. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, guys. It's soccer. You guys called it soccer first. Why would we call it soccer? You invented it. And you called it soccer, then we called it soccer.